Hello, my name is Carx82 and welcome back to our GregTech New Horizons Season 2. I have just been working on getting all the recipes into our new fancy assembler multi-block, and what I basically have done is I was using the circuit, and basically it was just like, okay, so 24, let's see uses for 24, and then I was like, oh, okay, so that's cables, we needed 24, and then I went to 23 and did uses for all those, and I'm like, okay, there's one recipe for this in an assembler, I don't need this right now. Alright, next, we'll do 22, does 22 need them? And I did that all the way along. 22 is reactor things and our tanks that we love, the valves. They're split on 3 different ones. So basically I have gone ahead and done all the circuit numbers that we need in the assembler. I don't have all of them. I have most numbers. The only one that doesn't have anything is 19. There isn't a single assembler recipe for 19. All the other ones do have them, but they're not super important at this point. As we can see, I kind of jumped from a 20 to 16. So 19, 18, 17 didn't really have anything. I mean, there might be some recipes we will use in the future, but I didn't feel like right now it is necessary to have them. Like this, for example, 17 is super buses, which are actually pretty cool because you can put tons and tons of items in. The only problem with those is, as you can see, it doesn't have a GUI. So, like, I can't manually put items in, which is a bit of a pain, and you can't remove them either. I think you have to, like, extract them. But it does let you put an absolute ton in. If you're smelting up, you know, like hundreds of ingots a second. And there's other things in here, like a giant output hatch. But for now, don't really need that. The megas need a 17 as well. So when we get to that, we can always add them, do them manually. Whatever. So yeah, I've gone ahead and done that. Now, I haven't finished pulling everything over. The 1s and the 2s obviously have a ton of recipes, but we're doing that right now. The only one I haven't really looked into quite yet is this one with the fluid and the item things, because I don't remember. I know some of them do need a specific circuit, so I'll have to go through those, but in the meantime I'm just doing all these. Now, a lot of them also, they don't need a number at all, so I've left those in here. Like, every single one of these things in there don't require any sort of circuit number. I think we did those. I can't remember. I'm pretty sure I did those. I'm just seeing the output bus. I'm like, does that need a... Yeah. So I haven't done this one. This is a 1, I think. I'm working on the 1s right now. So there's here, and then this one also has a 1. I know for a fact these need something else. I can't remember which they are, but yeah. But I do know all these input hatches are 1, and these input buses are 1. So I'm going to continue doing this, and we're going to get all these. Every single recipe is going to be put in this multi-block. I also upgraded all the casings because they just need ZPM casings, and ZPM casings is just iridium. So it's actually really easy to craft up. I have thousands of iridium. Alright, not like thousands. I have 2,000. So those were easy. I crafted up 21 of those casings. I wasn't sure if that would let me overclock it with 2 energy hatches. Unfortunately, it is capped at LUV because we have an LUV energy hatch, which not surprising. It's not letting you skip progression. So to get ZPM, we are going to have to get a ZPM hatch. So just something to think about. All right, let me continue working on this. I have all those recipes, and then I have all this insanity over here. These are all items with fluids. We'll figure out what we're doing with those, and then these. And gone ahead and pretty much sorted out every single thing in here. I think I'm going to need to turn this into a dual interface. And I think what I'm going to do is we're going to move the where I do the fluids. We're just going to do it here instead. Yeah, maybe I should just move this out. I was just going to do it right here, but I'm like, that kind of defeats the purpose of me kind of separating all my stuff out. I have finished all these, so that is ready to be replaced, or we could even put a different machine in there. Yeah, why don't I just put this here? All right, so this can go, actually. We don't use that. And then we'll fix this. And then this is pretty much all the assembly line things. Now, there are... Alright, we are good there with the cabling. The only thing I'm not totally sure about is the recipes that have both the fluid and an item. I'm sharing the input bus numbers. I could probably switch them out and kind of separate them, which I might end up doing so they're not... Here, let me just do this really quick while I'm talking and like... it's making it hard to do this. Yeah, fluid. I was like, which one is it? I don't remember. Whatever, we'll just do both. And then I need to do this on the outside. Basically, I just upgraded the fluid extractor to that because I don't need it over there anymore. Alright, I don't think we're gonna need these dynamo recipes anymore. The 4 amp dynamo, the 16 and that. I have to redo the recipes anyway with the using the fluids, and I think for now we're just gonna get rid of them. And if I end up needing them again, I'll just redo the recipes in here. I think if anything though, it's going to be replaced with LUV would be my guess. So I would probably end up doing these anyway. Because we do have the 64 amps. But like I don't think I'm going to add another 64 amp IV. I would add, if anything, a 64 amp LUV kind of thing. And then transform it up to ZPM. Alright, so let's get this in here. Let me just clear these out so they stack. We're good there. I'll leave that. Just in case we end up using it. Okay, so we got that. I have a few things left here. I just realized I have some other assembler recipes, don't we? Didn't even think about this. This one does this, we could... I'll put that in the A system, and I think we can actually break this down. We don't need this one here anymore. This was recipes that required soldering alloy, but now I can just do recipes for them. So that, I do have a thing for molten lead now. And it feels pretty good being able to put all these in one single thing. Alright, so that is... I have no idea why it was in... Why the heck was that in... Yeah. I don't know why that was in that assembly line, but that recipe hasn't changed. But that has. Actually, I could just do... Wait a second. I didn't realize there was a few. I don't need lead. I need... soldering. Whoops. Yeah, that's not what we want. We want iron. Iron plates with soldering. That's what we want. There's no point in doing aluminum. No point in doing lead. No point in doing tin. So we want that and that. Alright, cool. So let's put these back. We need... Let's see. So assembler of 0 is... is a no. These are all recipes that don't have a circuit number on them. That is in the 0. And then I have assembler dual is ones that have a fluid and a item. So that can go in there. We have a little bit of room, but I am going to have to expand this. I do have set up, but I do have 3 circuits. I don't know if this is going to clash. I don't think it would. Like a 1 and an 8 would possibly clash with plates. Because 8 does the casing, so if you put 8 iron in there, 8 iron plates, it would do a casing. But I don't know if a 1, 3, and a 4 would clash. So I'm going to leave it, and we'll just see. So that is all lows, and then all the other recipes are good. I think 0, or ones with no number, are the most used, and then like 1 and 2 are the... I think 1 is 1 after that. Alright, so is that everything we need for those? No, just kidding. I have more in here. Alright, we will... I've done... These all have fluid recipes. So I've already set up the thing. I've set up the drops, so they just need to go in here. Only thing... I haven't double checked if I have all the correct things. So like the field gens. One. Well, I think those are all 1 except for the EV. EV is a weird one. I have no idea why it requires 13. Where all the other ones require 1. So... yeah, don't know what to do with that. I guess we could... I'm not gonna throw like a 13. I guess I could. Could throw like a 13 in there if needed. I don't... like, are we using this... yeah, I don't really know if we need this right now. We might. I might as well just throw a circuit in there. I don't think 13 is going to clash with anything. If it is, we can always switch it out, which I think we're going to have to anyway. Yeah, Yeah, maybe not. We could always add... I could always add interfaces to the side, so when I run out of room, that isn't an issue, but I do have a few input buses underneath. I also could just replace some of these with input buses, but I would like to keep most of it underneath and hidden. But, okay, so I think that is good, and then... Okay, rocket computer, I don't think we're gonna need... We don't need this anymore, do we? Like, we already have the tier 4 rocket, we built the rocket. I don't think there's any other use for that, so let's just get rid of that recipe. Again, if I need it in the future, I can just redo it. Ice plate. Alright, that doesn't require anything. Computer cube. That doesn't require a specific number. I think that holy cow, there's 5 of these? I didn't realize there was 5 of those. These are expensive. Alright, that doesn't need a specific number, and then the last... I don't think we need these anymore either, to be honest. Maybe we would. Because I would need the assembler, so I can't break that assembler. Alright, so that doesn't matter. We'll just put them in there, and we don't need a thing. Alright, so I think we are good. I'm already, like, down to just 1. So I am probably going to have to craft up another. Might as well craft up a dual one while we're here. Now, I wonder if I could... I think... I have a feeling you... I'm trying to remember. I don't think you can... The way I have set up is the conveyor. Let's see. If I do a conveyor import, will that import from the side if it is not facing it like that? I feel like it can't. Or is that pipes? Let's just see. We'll throw that there. Yeah. See, it's not going to import. If I do that, it'll import. But it won't when that thing actually has to be facing it. Which is a bit of a pain. Because I was thinking I could just put a ingredient buffer on the side of whichever... Like if I need a 13, I would just put it on the side of whichever one is 13. I don't remember what 13 was. Oh, I actually don't have a 13. But, yeah, that's not gonna... That won't work. Does the... Where is my... Ah. Does the interface input into the side of that? I'm trying to remember. I always have them facing it, so it's not something I... Here, if I do an input bus... I just want to test this. I have tested this before, I just don't remember what it was. There. If I do, like, that on the side of that... I'm like, I don't know what to... Here, we'll just do this. No, that's annoying. Of course I picked something I can't do. I haven't redone that recipe, that phosphorus. It used to be glowstone dope vapor, but now it's this weird phosphorus. That changed, and I haven't fixed it. Alright, what was the ASOC? There we go. Alright, does that input into this? Yeah, see, that can't input to the side. Alright, that's what I thought. Alright, well, anyway, it does limit my thing a little bit with trying to do the ingredient buffer, because obviously I can't. The interface is directly on the thing. I have no room to type the stuff in. Alright, well, that's okay. Like I said, I could always... like, turn one of these into a buffer or something like that. How would I do that anyway? I guess I would put the buffer here and here, maybe. I don't know. Just something to think about for the future. So is that everything? I think that is pretty much everything. There's still a couple assembly line recipes here. Oh, I guess I can actually do this. Yeah, I will, we can take that. These require a 1 or just IC2 coolant in general. And then I will just set up a P2P. And pipe the IC2 fluid in to there. Alright. But anyway, that is enough of this. I mean, this is actually taking me quite a long time to go through every little recipe, redoing recipes and everything. But I think we are good. And now I have to, like, double check all these recipes for yeah, see, that is just a 0. So I don't need to put it on a specific number. But I'll have to go through all those. Okay, so let me do that. I would like to get a processing... Oh, I thought that said there was maintenance issues, but it just says disabled. I would like to get... Oops. I think I want to replace this with the processing factory. I think. Instead of doing this with the thing, not processing, yeah. The large processing thing. I haven't built it yet. This thing. I think we're good. Molten Arcanite. I don't know how that one is made. Thorium, Perdicio, Ordo, Energy Crystal Dust. Alright. I think we could do that. And while everything is smelting up for all the different blocks that we need, I've done recipes for Arcanite, Inkalloy. I did have to upgrade the fluid solidifier over here for nitinol and I can't remember which one it was. The nitinol and the Inkalloy, I think. Because they are gated with IV. But yeah, so I did that. And this Arcanite recipe is 300 seconds, so that is quite slow. And everything was relatively easy except for this thorium. Thorium-232. Now, there is a few ways to do it, and none of them give a lot of thorium. So basically, I'm sifting thoronite over on our industrial sieve, and I also had to upgrade this one because this is a IV recipe. So as we can see, it's only a 1% chance sifting that. So I'm doing that. I'm also centrifuging thorium, just regular thorium dust, trying to get some thorium-232. As we can see there, very, very small amounts as well. And 500-second recipe for that. So that is a very, very slow recipe. I'm just going to let it run, and hopefully we get some more. I believe, like, the way you're supposed to get this is probably the fuel rods, because that is a 50% chance. You do get other stuff, but I'm pretty sure that is like kind of like the intended route to get this. But I don't have a nuclear reactor set up to do single rods. I don't have it set up to do thorium or anything like that, so I'm just doing it this way and seeing what we can get. I have managed to get 5 now. That's my 5th one, and I've gone through 401 thorionite to get 5 thorium-232, but we have got it. I do have the arcanite smelting with this 300-second recipe, and I have crafted up all the other things as well, so I think we're getting close to being able to... Okay, I do have all those. I'm just waiting on the arcanite now, I think. And then I think we can do this. Oh, right. I don't have that yet. I know it's a bit funny that I'm smelting the liquid and then turning it into ingots to turn it back into fluid. That is just kind of the way I... Okay, I want this one. Fluid extractor. There we go. It's just kind of like how it's set up. Oh, does it have a different name? Where did I have a different name? It used to be fluid extractor. Now I'm thinking... Oh. Why didn't that pop up? Oh well. Usually when I do fluid extractor, it pops up. Am I just blind? Maybe I was just blind. Maybe I should have done it there, and it would have popped up. Alright, it's because I'm talking. Yes, let's blame that. Alright, so... We got our arcanite? Yes. I think we have everything for this now, actually. Okay, we do. Alright, this is going to take a second to craft up some of this stuff. But I have crafted up most of the parts. There's just a few things in this processing. We need to craft up those robot arms. I've cleaned up, I've gotten rid of all these machines, not got rid of them, but I had a chemical reactor sitting there, which I ended up just putting the water in this chemical reactor and putting the recipes that I was using in there. The assembler I don't really need anymore, obviously. So the IV one that I had sitting there, I have moved them over here. So there's our old disassembler and there's a polarizer, but yeah, I've cleaned up all those. I don't have any more recipes in here anymore. They're in the multi-block, so I think this can actually go. I may just disassemble it to get the parts back for this assembler, because I don't think if I have the multi-block that has energy hatches on it, LUV energy hatches on it, I don't think, yeah, I don't think I need the single block anymore. We basically use the single block to get the energy hatch. And now that we have it, I can just use this. So I think I'm just going to disassemble that. Now that I'm thinking, I'm like, no, ooh, maybe not. Alright. We might not get all the parts back from an IV disassembler. I think maybe we get most of them back, but or maybe is it... Man, I don't remember how the disassembler works. Is it, like, gated? Like, this is a LUV machine. I can't put it in an IV machine. Is that how it works now? I remember it used to, like... I remember they used to have like a % chance, but I think now it's like, yeah, disassembles machines up to glucose. All right, so I can only disassemble up to IV in there. Which is kind of a shame because I kind of would use the parts from the assembler to craft up the next tier disassembler. Anyway, that is there. We do need this until I can fix the mixer, which I have downloaded the updates. I just haven't updated the pack. So that will probably happen for the next episode. All right, let's see where we are. Yep, just crafting everything up. Some of this stuff is kind of slow, but we'll come back and put this multi-block together. Great, looks like it is running. 22-second recipe for that assembler thing. And that should be the last. Ironically, it seems like the bottleneck was actually the vacuum freezer. It just couldn't keep up with all the blast furnaces we have now. So that was kind of funny. But okay, cool. It looks like it crafted it up. There we go. So large processing factory. We do have a whole bunch of multi-use casings from the old mixer. But I think we're gonna do the lasers first, because there's a few that I still don't have enough room for, because we don't have enough room on this. Also, did I mention that I switched this to an autoclave? I don't remember if I mentioned that. I moved the autoclave from inside and put it in there. So there's the molten stuff recipe, and then I have an ingredient buffer to do the Lapatron, and basically anything that needs a liquid metal and an item. Also, I can't get rid of that. That's the old interface recipes. It doesn't, the interface isn't there anymore, but that's still there. All right, I guess let's start breaking this down, and we'll get this set up, and then we will have to call the episode there. Now those are all input buses, right? Yep. And that bottom one is the output. I'm pretty sure we have enough casings. I just need to remove these. Even leave the maintenance hatch there, I think. All right, and then switch it basically with that. Alright, so input, output, yeah, energy hatch, muffler hatch, blah, blah. Ooh, I don't have a muffler. I do need a muffler hatch. I may have just a, yep, I have cheap ones. Doesn't matter. Alright, and then hopefully these will just change to multi-use casings. Uh-oh. Input bus. I think we got everything, didn't we? I only need a few casings as well. Energy hatch, muffler hatch, maintenance hatch, yep. I'll put it, but maybe I just need to replace it. Back with that. No, why doesn't it want to form? Alright, hold on. Okay, apparently it is a 3x3x3. For some reason, I thought it was a 3x4x3. I could have sworn it was taller. Maybe I was mixing it up with the mixer. But, alright, so yeah, I have got it formed. You only need 6 casings, and I actually have, I think, there's 12 on there right now. I've added another input bus underneath. And yeah, what you need to do for this one is as we can see, there's 3 different machine types, A, B, and C. So you can only do that group. We either do compressor, lathe, polarizer, or you do the fermenter, fluid extractor, extractor. Or we're doing precision laser engraver. And if you check out this multi-machine manual, it does tell you which ones do which. So that's metal, fluid, and miscellaneous. So we just right-click with this screwdriver, it changes it. So I've set it to miscellaneous. And if I want the hatch to run in laser engraver mode, you have to put a 20 in there. So you just set the things for 20. Also, I probably should upgrade all these to bigger hatches, but it's not that important because usually it's just one wafer slot. We're not putting multiple items in here. So the LV ones is usually kind of fine, actually. So that tells it to run in laser engraver mode. But if I wanted to, I could actually have it do autoclave and fluid solidifying as well. I don't know if I'm going to do that, but I could actually, if I wanted to, add, you know, a hatch for this stuff and then do an input bus and then just have it set to like 21 for autoclave. But I think I may just kind of keep them separate. It wasn't too horrible to... It wasn't too horrible to craft up, so I may just do like one each. But that definitely makes it more expensive, because you can, if I want... Like, okay, so maybe machine type A, I would do compressor and lathe on the same one. And same with the other one. But I think this one, just because I have so many hatches, I think I'm just going to save it for the laser for that one. But alright, so that is cool. We've gone ahead and I feel pretty good. We've gotten a lot of this stuff cleaned up, recipes sorted out, all our assembler recipes sorted out. I've actually cleaned it up underneath here a little bit. This is still kind of crazy wiring down here. But I cleaned it up a little bit. And yeah, feels really good to get the assembler and all those different recipes sorted out. It took actually quite a long time, real life time. But yeah, it's just going to make things so much easier moving forward. But with that, we are basically out of time. I do want to thank my Patreons, so thank you very much. New Patreons, Cass, Alex Predator. Thank you for supporting the channel. Check out Alex Predator. He is also on YouTube doing a GregTech New Horizons series as well. So check him out. And yeah, thank you very much and have a good one.